Hello everyone, in this video we will be discussing about current banking awareness, that is which bank did what in the month of February 2018, and this is a part 2 of the video. Part 1 I have already uploaded. You can see the link in the description box, and if you have not subscribed to our channel, please subscribe to our channel for further updates. Let's move on to the current banking awareness. The first one is Google has tied up with Bank of India, State Bank of India for mobile app payment, that is SBI and Google has tied up for mobile payment app. Next, the KYC norms has been made mandatory for e-wallets. KYC is Know Your Customer norms. It has been made mandatory for e-wallets and it would be effective from 1st March 2018 and it is ruled out by RBI. Next, the non-performing assets of a bank from gems and jewelry sector has increased to 30%. That is, a non-performing assets, NPAs, they themselves constitute 30% of the non-performing assets of the bank. What? The gems and jewelry. Next, 9,500 non-banking financial institutions, financial companies have been categorized as high-risk financial institutions by the Financial Intelligence Unit. So you have to remember the number, you have to remember the organization, and you have to remember that the classification, that is high-risk financial institutions. Next, by 30th April, all banks in the country must link SWIFT with their core banking solutions. That is, every bank must link with the SWIFT. And the last date is 30th April 2018. Next, the RBI launched the Ombudsman scheme for redressal of complaints in non-banking financial institutions. Okay, that is, we can complain against any non-banking financial company according to the scheme, Banking Ombudsman scheme. Next, the first sale of electoral bond issued by Government of India will begin on 1st March 2018. Next, the Employees Provident Fund Organization, that is EPFO, has fixed the interest rate for the year 2017-18 as 8.55. It is very important, you have to remember it, 8.55. Next, Pan India Oxygen Service. Okay, what is it? It is a non-bank payment service provider. Pan India Oxygen Service is a non-bank payment service provider. There can be options. What is Pan India Oxygen Service? And there can be many options. It is a public sector bank, it is a private sector bank, it is a non-banking financial corporation, anything. So it is a non-bank payment service provider and it has entered into tie-up with IOCL. IOCL is Indian Oil Corporation Limited. For what? To expand and deploy for expansion as well as deployment of micro ATMs at IOCL fuel stations. At Indian Oil fuel stations, there would be micro ATMs which would be set up by Pan India Oxygen Services and with tie-up with Indian Oil Corporation Limited. Next, IDFC Bank launched its operation in Telangana. It is a new state as a part of its nationwide expansion. So new operation is launched by IDFC Bank in Telangana. Next, Yes Bank, it is very important, will launch 3,000 crore via Basel III bonds. Next, Murali Ramaswamy has taken the charge as the executive director of Vijaya Bank. So Vijaya Bank is the South Indian bank, and for this the executive director is Murali Ramaswamy. RBI has constituted expert committee, and for what? Under the chairmanship of YH Melgam. For what? To look into the reasons for divergence between bad loans and provisions declared by bank. So in the present deficit, in the past fiscal year, the divergence between bad loan and was very high. So therefore an expert committee has been constituted for which the chairmanship is of WH Melgam. Next, Coinex. What is Coinex? It is a digital asset exchange. It is a digital asset exchange. Will list 2 global crypto assets via OMIS Go, that is OMG, and Request, REQ. So you have to remember this. These two are the global crypto assets. Next, NABARD has set up the first rural mart of Jammu and Kashmir at Anantnag district. Okay. Next, India Post Payment Bank will begin national-wide rollout in the month of April. Next, RBI has issued revised guidelines for expeditious resolution for bad loans. So, in order to resolve the bad loans, new guidelines have been issued by the RBI. SBI has wrote off bad loans of 20,000 crore. For SBI, the bad loan was of 20,000 crore for the last fiscal year. Central makes amendment in Small Saving Acts. So you have to remember that Small Saving Act, there has been some changes made in the Small Saving Acts. Bank of Baroda to shut down its operation in South Africa. The nationalized bank in which 11,000 crore fraud was detected is the Punjab National Bank, PNB. Next, Yes Bank has listed the US dollar of 60 million medium term notes bond on India INX. So you have to remember this. There are 2 points for S Bank. Next, SBI launched the Global Customer Service Center. Global Customer Service Center, and it is specially launched for NRIs where the place is Kochi. NPCI, that is National Payment Corporation of India, okay, it has allowed WhatsApp to beta test its payment services. For this, the customer base is also limited and the transaction also has some limit. Next, ASSO CHAM has called for reducing government share in public sector banks less than 50%. So the government share in public sector bank would be reduced by less than 50%, and it is called by ASSO CHAM. That's all for the banking updates. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe to our channel if you haven't.